You are welcome once again to today's studies. Today we are going to look at another question, which is, what is the second death? What is the second death? In Revelation 26. Let us read there. Revelation 26. Blessed and holy are those who have part in the first resurrection. The second death has no power over them, but they will be priests of Christ and of God and of Christ, and will reign with him for 1,000 years. For 1,000 years. So what is the second death in this place? Meaning, if there is a second death, you should think logically, then you should know that there is a first death. So it means the Bible is specifically, it is talking about two deaths for human being. But one of the deaths also subdivide into two. That is why at times we always say three deaths. We'll look at it. Good. When you look at death here, somebody made a statement this way. He said, if you are born twice, you will die once. And if you are born once, you will die twice. It's like this. If your parents give birth to you and you accept Jesus Christ, that is two births. So the death that you experience is this your body death, this your physical body. That is that only that one that will die. That is if you are not alive till the time of rapture. But if you are alive, it means you will not even experience death. The second one is, if you are born once, you will die twice. Meaning, if your parents give birth to you and you don't accept Jesus Christ, good, you will die twice. The first death of that one is your body will die. And the second one is, you will now die the second death that is coming, which the Bible describes as second death. And that second death is what? When your soul, or when you are totally separated from God and your soul has been thrown into the lake of fire. That is what we call the second death. So it is total separation. So the first death that we're talking about is when your body is separated. I mean, your soul is separated from the body. Are you getting it? When your soul is separated from the body. And the second one is when you are separated from God. And that one has to do with two. That is when you are alive and you do accept Christ, you see that you are dead like that. You are separated from God. And that one last aspect of it is when when at the end of the age, when Christ comes back, and then after the millennium, that is where your separation will finalize. That is where you now go to the lake of fire. And when you go there, that is the second death. And you have separated again from Jesus Christ, making them three. So now you see that you have the body death. You have when you are now and you are separated from Christ. You are still alive, but you have separated. So you are spiritually, you are dead like that. And now finally, where your soul will also go, that is the lake of fire. When Christ, after 1,000 years, when you resurrect, not your soul, but when you resurrect, he judge you and you now go to the lake of fire. That is what the Bible talk about, the second death. Good. So the second death is when, let us read this place. Revelation chapter number 2 verses 11 and come back. Revelation 2 verses 11. Okay, it's this way. He who has an ear, he who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. He who overcomes will not be hurt at all by the second death. So if you have ears and you listen to the gospel and you accept it, you will not be hurt by the second death. So you see that there is a second death. So what second death is that? And that is the death that people go to Gehenna. Let us go to our last scripture. Revelation 20 verses 14 and 16. So 14 and 15. So you see that specifically the Bible speak about there are two deaths, but it's just the separation. That one has also divided into two. That is why mostly we always say we have three deaths. When you are alive, your body may die, your soul will die, and then maybe your spirit. But your spirit will not die. So that means that death, that final death, is when you are now thrown into a lake of fire. That is the second death. When you are now separated and thrown into a lake of fire, is the second death. Good. And that one is only the unbelievers after they have gone through the great white throne judgment, chapter 20, verse 14 and 15. I read. It says this way. Then the deaf and Hades were thrown into the lake of fire. The lake of fire is the second death. The lake of fire is the second death. So if there's talk of second death, don't think of anything again. Just know that the lake of fire. Don't think of hell. I said hell after. When you are going to the lake of fire, it means you have come out from the hell and you are judged. If you don't judge, you won't go to the lake of fire. So from here, that means you are out of the hell and you have been judged, and they are not going to throw you into the lake of fire. Okay, we'll now end it. Verse 15. If anyone's name was not found written in the book of life, he was thrown into the lake of fire. So if your name was not found, if you read back from the verse 11 of the chapter 20 coming down, it will tell you that books were opened, and another book, which is the book of life. So what it says is that if your name is not found in this book, if they open this register, this admission register, heaven admission register, and your name is not found in it, you are not admitted. Meaning, where do you go? The second death comes. So second death simply means Gehenna. And that is the lake of fire, the final destination of the wicked, the final destination of the unbelievers, those who refuse to accept Christ. That is what the Bible spoke about, or that is what the Bible is talking about, second death. Thank you